Well, good evening and thanks so much for joining us here for News 19 at 6. I'm Shelly Garzone. And folks, we're going to begin tonight over in Orangeburg County. That's where two fire departments have voted this week to merge. Holly Hill Fire Department and Utahville Fire Department voted on Tuesday to merge and will be called the East Lake Fire Rescue, I should say. The new fire district will consist of 5 stations in total, 30 volunteer firefighters, and 150 square miles of coverage. Interim Fire Chief Walter Kinsey says this will help speed up response time up to 6 minutes. Chief Kinsey tells News 19 the process of merging the departments will not cost a dime to residents in the district. There will be a final vote for the new fire chief on May 6th at 7 p.m. at the Holly Hill main fire station, and it is open to the public.
Dispatch has 3 minutes from the first tone to the second tone. So if there is nobody responding on the first tone, they tone again. And then they go to the next department. Well, now they don't have to wait those 6 minutes now. When they tone out, they're going to tone out this area. And if they're close, they're going to respond.
Well, if you're interested in signing up to be a volunteer, you can apply through the state's Firefighters Association. Well, folks, turning now to some weather. It was a beautiful day here in the Midlands outside, as you can see behind us here at the Congaree River. I love going down to the Riverwalk, and this bridge right here is so aesthetically pleasing. And I love seeing kayakers go by, and just look at that water. I don't know about dipping my feet in just yet. It looks like it could be a little chilly, but he does not look like he is. Look at that. Look at these people walking up on the bridge. It was a beautiful day outside, folks, all in all. So we're going to have meteorologist Brianna Mowry tell us, Bree, what can we expect as we head into the week?
It's going to be a warm start to the week for sure, especially on Monday with the high well into the 80s. Definitely going to see some warmer than normal temperatures to start the week. But today we were below normal, 70 degrees for our high, normally around 76. So about 5 or 6 degrees below normal, depending on where in the Midlands you are. But also beautiful skies out there right now, even still a beautiful end to a beautiful day. Bright blue skies. I'm not seeing any clouds on any of these cameras in the Midlands. So a beautiful, a clear evening. We have high pressure just over Georgia, and that's bringing a lot of clear, sunny skies to the area today, and we're going to continue to see that into the day tomorrow, but we could see a little bit of some changes by Tuesday, but still not expecting any rain. Temperatures right now in the upper 60s and low 70s, 68 in Winsboro and Newberry, 70 in Columbia, 68 in Manning, 69 in Aiken. So everyone pretty comfortable right now as far as the end of the day will go, but we will see temperatures falling into the 50s overnight tonight, and we will continue to see that into early tomorrow morning as well. But as we look ahead to the day tomorrow, we are going to see some breezy conditions by tomorrow afternoon and into the evening. Wind gusts could get up to 25, maybe a couple of miles per hour above that, up to 27 through the overnight hours as well. But looking ahead at the afternoon on Tuesday, a little bit breezier. We can see upwards of 30 mile per hour wind gusts through the day tomorrow, or through Tuesday, as that cold front will pass through. It won't bring us any rain, but it will bring us some breezy conditions and some cooler temperatures by the middle of the week. Also, with the warmer weather and sunnier weather ahead of us, we are going to see those pollen levels continuing to get higher, very high levels for Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, before we could see a little bit of a change by Thursday. Overnight lows tonight in the 40s for the entire Midlands, clear skies as well, and a light breeze. Looking ahead at tomorrow, sunny skies, a little breezy tomorrow. Sustained winds could be 15 or 16 miles per hour, but again, those gusts could get over 25 miles per hour. The highs are going to be warm tomorrow, well into the 80s for lots of, or really all of the Midlands. But for the next 7 days, 85 for that high tomorrow on your Monday. Very warm out there. And we will see that cold front move through Tuesday, bringing us breezy conditions. We're back with a high of 72 on Wednesday. So we are going to stay dry from that cold front, but it is going to cool things down a bit. Only briefly, though. By Friday, we're back in the 80s, and then into next weekend, we're in the upper 80s. Very warm next Saturday and Sunday. Shelley.
All right, thanks so much, Bri. I don't know about y'all, but I am definitely looking forward to some weather back in the 80s. But as that weather does get warmer here in the Midlands, you might start thinking about hitting the water, whether that's Lake Murray or one of our very many rivers right here in the Midlands. So tonight we want to share with you how you can stay safe if you're thinking about headed out to the water. News 19 spoke with Palmetto Outdoor, a tubing, kayaking, and canoeing outfitter. They say whether you're on a boat or floating down the river, you always want to make sure you're wearing a safety vest or flotation device. And because weather and the water can change so rapidly, owner Michael Mayo recommends to always have a float plan before heading into the water.
It's super safe. Ahead of time, you want to definitely get a map together so that you can see where your put-in is, where your takeout's going to be, and also it's good to see if there's any bridges or locations along the way that you can have as stopping points in case you had inclement weather that shows up. You could have, let's say, an escape route.
Well, Mayo says you should always let someone know your route and plan before you head out for your day on the water. Well, students at the Fairfield Career and Technology Center can now earn a barbering license while they're still in high school. Now, this opportunity opens many doors, giving them a head start on their careers and allowing them to begin their professional journey early. Our Shannon Taylor gives us an inside look at this program.
Cutting hair used to be a foreign skill for senior Kentrell Foster.
Started from nothing, I didn't know nothing. I grew over the past 3 years and learned a lot.
Now, as a current student in the first ever high school barbershop program at Fairfield Career and Technology Center, he's become a pro.
Over time, my instructor, he helped us out. Watched a lot of YouTube, learned a lot. Yeah. And then we got mannequins and all that. So it's more than just haircutting. It's a lot more. It's more footwork than anything.
I was in high school, and I was always cutting hair at the house, but I actually ended up doing on-the-job training when I was in high school. But they never had a barbering program, but always cosmetology.
Longtime barbering instructor Marwin McKnight says the push for the program began after it successfully passed the South Carolina Board of Barbering before it officially came to Fairfield in 2015. A process Superintendent Dr. Tony Hemingway agrees makes students more successful.
In our discussions, we talked about going to the barbering license board and make sure that they understood the, desire for us to test our students early so that when they leave high school, they would have that industry credential or that license to become a barber.
In this real-life barbershop atmosphere, students also build clientele locally.
We have a mixture of people. We have the adult daycares that come in and we work on. So it's a variety of people that come in at different times to get some work done. So to see them work on people and actually learn from that process is one of the best gifts ever because you get a chance to see them grow and learn how to deal with people.
It's skills Foster says will elevate him to the next level in the future.
So first, I'm going to go to Denmark Tech, do the electrical line worker program, take that test and get my license and all that. And after I get my barber's license, I'm going to get a trailer with a generator and go from town to town doing pop-up shops.
Shannon Taylor, News 19, WLTX.
Well, the program is free for students, but you must apply in order to be accepted. Well, taking a look ahead into the week, starting tomorrow, the South Carolina Department of Public Safety says drivers will see additional law enforcement out on the roads. Now, it's all part of Operation Drive Safe, which aims to reduce collisions and unsafe driving behaviors. Officers will be patrolling interstates 20, 85, and 95, looking for distracted and impaired drivers. The campaign runs until Thursday, April 17th. And also tomorrow over in Calhoun County, Council will hear a second reading of a new property tax ordinance. The ordinance would raise taxes in order to hire 4 new full-time firefighters and 1 administrator. The ordinance has been controversial because it would significantly raise taxes for those who live over in the Sandy Run area. Now, to learn more about the new tax, you can look for this story on our website. Of course, that's WLTX.com. And residents will be able to speak during the public comment portion at the beginning of the meeting tomorrow night. The meeting will be held at 102 Courthouse Drive, that's Suite 110, and it starts at 5:30. Also tomorrow night, the Richland County will hold a town hall meeting for districts 8 and 9. Now, a few topics on the agenda include updates on the Hardscrabble Road project and the Transportation Penny project. The meeting will run from 6 to 7:30 p.m. and will be held at North Springs Park Gym on Clemson Road.
We'll see temperatures warm to start our Monday, 85 for that high, so very warm tomorrow, and still a little warm on Tuesday, but not quite as bad. A cold front will move through. It won't bring us any rain, but it will cool things down by Wednesday before we jump right back into the 80s by Friday, and especially next weekend, upper 80s. Also, another thing is we are not expecting really any rain over the next 7 days. Shelley.
Well, that's amazing news, Bree. Folks, thanks so much for joining us for News 19 at 6. We'll be right here back tonight at 11.
The news doesn't end here. Download WLTX Plus for free on Roku, Apple TV, and Fire TV.